Hi everyone, this is Rosette and welcome to my first video in a series of videos for the Gypsy by Provo Craft. The Gypsy is a handheld design studio for your Cricut machines, and you can use it with any of the Cricut machines, whether it be the Baby Bug, the Cricut Express, or the Cricut Create. Everything I'm going to do, I will do on the Gypsy Wanderings or Gypsy font, since those are preloaded on the Gypsy, so everyone should have at least those two cartridges. Okay, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and hit our little Cricut icon, and we're going to create a new project, and we're going to use our 12 by 12 mat. So hit new and hit 12 by 12, and up pops your mat on the left hand side with all the functions that you can do to your image showing up on the right hand side. Your cursor is in blue because that is the active area of your mat. So if you enlarge by using these buttons, or decrease the size by using these buttons, or move left or right, up and down, everything will happen to whatever is in blue on your screen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out to the Gypsy Wanderings cart by hitting the button down here on the right hand side. And I'm going to click on the Gypsy font area. This is the name of the current active cartridge that you have open. And I'm going to scroll down to Gypsy Wanderings because they are in alphabetical order. And I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go ahead for this video, I'm going to turn on the feature here and use the first item, which is the heart up on the top left hand side. And then I'm going to travel back to the mat. Now you'll notice that the heart has come over at the same height that my cursor was prior to me going out to my cartridge. And you'll see a gray box around it. What that means is that that is the active item on my screen, and anything I do to it on the right hand side will manipulate what's on the left hand side on the mat. If you notice, if you tap off, your heart will become black, which means it's no longer active, so that anything that you do does not affect the heart but affects the blue cursor. Alright, so let's go on back to our cartridge, and this time we're going to pick up the shoe, which is the third column from the last, fourth icon down. Click on it, click back to your mat, and you notice that now you're back at your mat at the exact spot that your cursor was, and now your shoe is in blue, and now anything that you do will happen to your shoe. Alright, so I'm going to drag my shoe next to my heart so you can compare the two. You notice that your shoe is blue, it's active, and your heart is black, it's inactive. Go ahead and tap anywhere on the mat, and you'll notice that both of them are black now, which means neither one of them will be manipulated by the functions on the right hand side, because currently they not have been chosen to be active because they're not selected. See that? I just selected it and it's blue. Now I've selected the heart and it's blue. Now let's say you want to do something to both of them at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and tap off, and I'm going to turn on what's called the grouping feature. The grouping feature is on the right hand side, the first icon here. And I'm going to go ahead and tap that. What you're basically doing is you have to think of your Gypsy basically as a computer. So you have to tell it everything you want to do step by step. So what I've done is I've turned on the grouping feature, and now I've got to tell the Gypsy what I want to group together. So I want to group that, and I want to group that. So basically you point to what you want to group, and then when you're done grouping, you tell the Gypsy, I'm done grouping items. That doesn't mean they're not grouped anymore. It just means that you can't add anything else to this grouping while this feature is off. So you notice that both these items are in blue. Now they're both active, and anything I do happens to both of them at the same time. Okay. If I tap off, neither one of them are active, or I can tap both of them, or tap the heart, and both of them become active. Now, let's say I wanted to increase the heart size while it is grouped. You still can do that. Even though both items are active right now, they're both in blue. If you double tap the heart turns a purple color, and that means that within that grouping itself, I'm manipulating this one individual item. So now it's purple, and I'm going to increase its size. Go ahead and tap off, and that will make them both inactive. And then I'm going to tap on them again and make them both active. Remember, tap off, they're inactive. Tap on, they're both active. And again, if you want to manipulate just one item, I'm going to tap off, and let's say I want to manipulate the shoe now. I'm going to tap on the icons to make them active, make the grouping active, double tap the shoe, and that will make the shoe active within the grouping. So now I can move it over if I want to. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about for today's video. It's just on how to group items and how to manipulate items within the grouping. We're going to go ahead and save this for our next video. I'm going to try to keep them short so that you can do them in smaller increments or take in a little bit of information at a time, or maybe you want to play around with it until we get to the next video. So we're going to go ahead and save this. So go ahead and hit your right button and click Save. And name your lesson, and I'm going to call this one Lesson 1, Lesson 1, and click OK. And now my information has been saved, and I can, if I want to continue playing, I can click my button here and exit program or click New. All right, thanks for watching.